Hi, my name is Heather. Welcome to Strings and Threads, coming to you from my Dungeon of Dreams. Thank you so much for being here. I love doing make-alongs. I love doing video tutorials, but most of all, I love talking yarn, crochet, and knit with you, my friends. If you enjoy the same thing, I encourage you to subscribe, become part of everything that we're doing here. Subscribing is free. It helps the channel a lot. It also lets YouTube know that you like my content. So this is my monthly makes, and what I'm doing is showing you everything that I made this month. And unfortunately, it's not a lot this month because I've gone back to work and the schedule is really busy with work, and my boys are both in the high school marching band, which we're constantly going to football games, going to band exhibitions, and lots going on right there. They're also in a bowling league that we go to every week. So pretty soon, fingers crossed, in another couple weeks, I will have a licensed driver that can help pick up some of the mom taxi duties. Right now he's got a permit, but if he passes his exam, which we have scheduled in a couple weeks, then he will be able to drive by himself. And since both boys are in the same activities, it really works out because they can just drive themselves. And hopefully I can have time to do a little bit more of the things that I want to do. They come first always, but it is nice when you can have a chance to do something that you enjoy and you love to do. And this right here is what I really love. I really love doing this. So I'm going to start with, I designed a new hat this month. It's called the Divine Jubilee yarn. I'll show you first the yarn that I use. This is scrumptious yarn. It's called Divine Treasures by Jubilee Yarns. And this colorway is right here. It is beautiful. It has just the littlest little bit of a halo to it. And it's a little bit thinner. It's not super chunky yarn, but this is from a company that I am affiliated with, BambooMN. I am affiliated with them. My link is in the description. So if you think you would ever want to try their yarns, they have wonderful colors. They have colors that I haven't seen anywhere else for yarns. They have something called Amigurumi Select, which is yarn specifically for amigurumi. This Divine Treasure, you can make anything with it. I bet you it would make a gorgeous sweater. I just decided to make a hat with it. And this is the design that I came up with for the hat. It is beautiful and soft and silky. I'll put it on and show you. I love this. And I definitely, not just because I'm affiliated, I am a believer in those. I have a big, huge box of their Amigurumi Select, and one of these days I'm going to save up and buy enough of this to make a sweater, because this would be a beautiful sweater. So the video tutorial for this hat is listed in my description if you want to find it there. It's called Divine Jubilee Hat. On Mondays, I've been doing a segment called Amigurumi Monday, and it's where I get your suggestions for what kind of amigurumi I can make. If you want to learn all about that, go and check out those videos. I had a suggestion from my friend Donna. She suggested doing a whale wearing a backpack, and you have to see my adventures with that. Unfortunately, I thought there was going to be one way of doing it that would work, and it was not working out the way I wanted, so I had to pull the whole thing apart and then try a different design. This is ultimately what I came up with. And there's the backpack. It's a functional backpack. It's got the drawstring. You can open it up. And it's more like a sling backpack. And it can come off. You can remove it if you wanted to just have the whale and just have the bag. But they do go together. You'll have to stay tuned to see what I'm going to make for my next Amigurumi Monday. I am doing a collab with Teresa from Critters Crochet, and we have had a lot of guests join us. So if you check out Battle of the Stitches and you would like to be a guest, please reach out to us. We're looking for guests, and we can't read your mind to know to ask you. So if you would like to do it, please reach out to us and let us know, and we'll fit you in, because we want this to be something fun that anybody can do with us. This month was the alternate stitch. We're working through a stitch book, and then we're coming up with our own unique design using that stitch. So what I came up with this month was the headband, and I called it, I've got a video tutorial for it, which I will link below. I called it the alternate headband because it's using the alternate stitch. I also have a video tutorial on how to just do the stitch if you wanted to make something different with this stitch. And I'll link both of them in my description. They're two separate videos, one just for the stitch and one for the headband. And so if you're interested in that, go check that out. For this headband, I love this cotton, and the colorway is Monkey Red. So I think it turned out fun. Somebody said this looks like a Christmas peppermint or something like that, and I think it does too. It's really pretty. I hadn't thought of that when I designed it, but now that I'm looking at it, I do agree. I love that. So stay tuned next month. Make sure you're following Battle of the Stitches to see what we make next month and who our guest will be. Things We're Making Thursday is something that a collab that I've been doing every Thursday for almost 2 years. And this year we're doing themes for each month, and the theme for this month was shawls. And I decided I wanted to challenge myself and knit a shawl. The pattern called for DK weight yarn to do the shawl in, but I went on vacation to Gen Con this past year, and they have a crafting area, and part of the crafting area is knitting and crocheting, and they have yarn there, and you're allowed to take the yarn. It's yarn that we can use and then take with us and keep whatever we want. And there was somebody who had hand spun yarn there, which was roving. But it was mostly, I would say, a heavier weight, mostly, but it was roving type yarn. So I thought that would be fun to use for the shawl. And I'll show you how the shawl turned out. It's small. I don't know if you would call this a shawlette, but it's perfect because I don't typically wear shawls. But I thought, especially this year for work, I work at a school. Most of the time I'm warm. Most of the rooms I'm in are warm, but we are getting renovations to our school this year, and we're expected to have the place torn up starting, I want to say it was November. I think it was November they said they were going to start that. And I have no idea what's going to happen once they start, you know, tearing the school apart, and it might get chilly, but this is just enough. I'm going to throw it around backwards, that it would cover my shoulders. And I think because I threw it, it's a little bit weird in the back. Lost its triangle. But it is just enough that it could go over my shoulders, and it could give me a little bit of extra warmth. If I feel like I'm really cold, I'll just have to bring a sweater. But I have this tied on the handle of my bag that I take with me. I have a bag that I keep my school notes in. And so I do have it with me all the time, just in case I were to feel cold. So far, no, but you never know. And when the school's torn up, all bets are off. So next year for Things We're Making Thursday, we do have plans for next year. And I will list the video that explains it in my description below. What we're going to do is we're going to have a year of design. And there will be a theme for each month, and what you're going to do is design your own pattern based on that theme, and we're going to work our way up. I don't want you to automatically think, oh, I'm out, I can't do it. This is going to be an introduction to design, and we're going to help you through every step of the way. So for example, the first month in January, it's going to be wash or dish cloths. And basically what you're going to do is find a stitch design that you like. I have a playlist of different crochet stitches, but there are tons of them out there. You don't have to get them from me. Wherever you could find a stitch that you like, that you think would make a good dish or washcloth, you can use that stitch, make the dish or washcloth any size that you want. If you want a big one, you can. If you want a small one for your face, you can do that. If you wanted to find a border, there are patterns for just borders. You can look at different designs and try and come up with your own border. It's something that you can do, and we're going to talk each month about how you can create your own, whatever that month's theme is, so you don't have to feel overwhelmed. I do hope that you'll participate. I don't get a lot of views on my Things We're Making Thursday videos. I average between 30 and 50 views per video, but I really, even though I don't get a lot of views, I really enjoy that crochet along. And so I'm hoping that you can also help spread the word. If you watch my video, if you could share it out so that other people can know about this collab and know how to participate, and we can spread the word about it. We do have a Facebook group called Things We're Making Thursday. I have the video also posted there. So if you could help me spread the word, since I'm not really reaching that many people with my videos. Even though these aren't new makes this month, I started a new segment called Crochet With Me Friday, and that's where I show some of my past video tutorials, especially from way back, 2.5 years ago when I first started, because when I first started making videos, they were all video tutorials. I didn't think I would ever come on and talk because I'm not like super bubbly. I don't have that personality that draws people to watch the videos. I'm not, I don't even know, but I don't know how to describe it. Charismatic. I'm not really a good public speaker. I would never want to have to address an audience and have to give a speech because I would be terrible. So I thought I'll just do video tutorials, but I had 0 subscribers, 0 subscribers, 0 subscribers. So then I came on and started to talk, and people did start subscribing to me. And I thank you for that. Thank you for being patient while I'm kind of feeling out how to talk. Here I am 2.5 years later, and I'm still don't feel like I'm all that charismatic or bubbly or, whatever the personality is to draw people to your channel. But I'm doing the best that I can. I really love crochet. I really love knit. I really love yarn. And I love doing this. I love doing videos. I love creating things and sharing creations with you, sharing tips and tricks with you, learning tips and tricks from you as well. I have learned a lot from you, and I've made some really good friends that I am so grateful for. So thanks for sticking with me for that. But some of the things I've shown, which I'll show the ones that I showed this month. I showed my Charlie Bear. This is a free video tutorial that I did probably about 2.5 years ago. I have it linked below, so if you're interested in making your own little Charlie Bear, he's just like a pudgy little bear, little mini bear. I showed a pillow design that I came with. This pillow is 2.5 years old. I've not restuffed it or anything, and it's been in heavy use. I have another one as well. I made 2 of them for our couch, and the boys have been sitting on it, sleeping on it, throwing them, squishing them, and this is how they've held up 2.5 years later. So if you're interested in this design, I have a free video tutorial on how to do this listed in my description. Another thing I showed, this is one of my favorite little baby hats to make as a gift. It's a lion newborn hat. Now, I showed it in newborn size, but if you knew how to make a hat any size, you could just watch how to do the accessories, and you can have a lion hat. I actually made my boys lion hats when they were 4 and 5 years old, and I made the hat to their size, but I did everything else the same with the sleepy lion and the nose and the mane and the ears. And they loved it, and they got a lot of compliments on it. Everywhere they went, people were like, "Oh, I love that lion hat." So this was one of the ones I showed. Like I said, the video tutorial is for newborn size, but if you knew how to make a hat a different size, like for an adult or for an older child, a child that's older than newborn, you can go ahead and do that and then follow the directions for how to do the rest of it. And then lastly, on Crochet With Me Friday, I showed some party favors that I designed, and they are top hats, and they're open at the top. My thought was you could put a name tag in there, you could put candies in there, and you could just make a bunch of these and have them sitting around and people could pick them up and take them with them at the end of the party. So there were two that are like more formal type of top hats. Again, they're open on the top. I made one that was like American patriotic, red, white, and blue. If you were having like a 4th of July party or something like that. And then I did this one with St. Patty's Day in mind. So those are the Crochet With Me Fridays. Stay tuned to see what else I have out there that may not have been knowledge. There may not have been knowledge that I had it because it had been so far back that I did it that nobody knows it's there. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is that I completed a shirt. I'm wearing it now. I'll step back and show you in a minute. But I used the top-down template by Crystal from Hook That Yarn. She keeps telling me I should do video tutorials. The reason why I'm not doing video tutorials with the shirts is because I know the amount of, I figured out using her template how many stitches I need for my size, but I would not be good at designing a shirt and having to have it in multiple sizes. So that's why I haven't done video tutorials or written tutorials of the shirts. I'm just doing them for myself in my size. And so what I did with this one, she does an awesome job with the math, and I'm not a mathematician, so that's a little bit beyond me how she figured all of that out. But she lets you know how many stitches you need for specific measurements. So if you are a certain size, but it's not quite the right fit for you, with this design, you're going by, like, you measure here and then you do this many stitches for that measurement and then you measure here. So it's based on your own measurements, so you can tailor it to your exact size. But you can use whatever stitch designs that you want when you make the shirt. I had been seeing there's a design out there that I've been seeing people make where they were making lacy sleeves, but then the top design was not the same lacy design. So I thought I would try that. So I used Crystal's template, and when I got to the sleeve part of it, I just used this lacy design for the sleeves. But when I was doing the body part of it, I just did it in half double crochets so that it wasn't so lacy, so I could wear it. This yarn that I used was a gift to me. Actually, 2 different people gifted me this yarn. One gifted me one roll, one gifted me the other. And other than the colors, they looked exactly the same, but there was no tag with either one. So I don't know how much yarn was in each skein. I used 100% of both skeins, so I don't have anything left over to show you. Actually, there were cakes. I used 100% of both cakes. But I used the one cake and then I just used the second cake, and I think it blended so nicely, and it's beautiful yarn. I don't know what it was, but it was gorgeous, and it was such a generous gift that both of these people gave me. So thank you, Deb, and thank you, Joanne. The 2 of you were the ones that gifted it to me, and I needed both of them to make a top. If I would have just done it with one of the cakes, it wouldn't have been enough. I didn't know that, though. I just thought I'll keep going and I'll see how much I need, but I did use 100% of both cakes. So let me bring this down so you can see how the top turned out. And I love the way the colors fade, you know, starting with the gray to the darker gray to the black. And I don't know if you can see it really well in the video, but there's a dark blue right here. And then there's a mix of blue, yellow, and then it ends with the yellow. And I haven't worn it yet because it's really hot off the hook. I think I just finished it 2 days ago. And I'm excited to wear it to work tomorrow. Tomorrow I am going to wear it. And I love the way it looks with the different sleeves, with the lacy sleeves, but the tighter stitch with the body. So next month, there's been a pattern that I've been dying to try. And I'm going to put a picture of the pattern right here. It's not my own design, but the name of the person, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I put the name of the person who designed it in the picture so that you can find it if you were interested in it as well. So I'm going to do that. And the yarn, I'm sorry, I didn't have it right there. The yarn that I'm going to use is this Yarnspirations Bernat Lattice. And the colorway on this, Golden Hour. This yarn, it's a 4-weight yarn, but it is one of the softest yarns I have ever felt. And I think that wearing a shirt made from this is just going to be so luxurious. It really is a soft yarn. I just went to Joann's one day and it was there, so I bought it. And I have 3 of these skeins. I'm hoping that's enough. It should be enough. Supposedly it's enough yardage, so we'll see, fingers crossed. But I will show that to you next month as I'm working on it. If I don't finish it in the month, then I'll just show you my progress on it. I no longer do Wearable Wednesday because I was only at most getting 20 views on those videos by the time it had come, you know, to the end of it. In the beginning, I was getting more views, but then people stopped watching it. So I didn't think it was worthwhile to go through all the trouble of making the video when it wasn't really very popular. But I thought I can still show you my wearables in monthly videos. So that's what I'll do. If I don't, like I said, if I don't finish it, I'll just show you the progress. If I finish it, that's great. I'm hoping to be able to finish it, but we'll have to see. I wanted to also let you know that I am planning something special for Tuesdays. I don't have it 100% figured out yet. I'm hoping that by mid-October I can get it going. It's going to be something that I will show part of it to everybody, but it's going to be something special for my members. My members always get free patterns of everything that I make. So everything that I have a written pattern for, I automatically give it to my members. And there's always at least 1 pattern a month for my members. And I do appreciate all my members sticking with me because I used to do more and then I got crazy swamped with things and I haven't done as much. I have been doing the patterns. The patterns are something that are a constant, that you'll always get at least 1 pattern a month. If I'm able to design more than 1, then I give all of them away. But this will be a segment that will involve my members a lot more. So I'm excited to be able to offer a little bit more for people who are my members. So for the 6 of you who have joined my channel, I'm so grateful and I thank you so much. I believe that's everything. Check out my description if you wanted more details on anything I talked about. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.